Hello, everybody. Arturo Johnson here, and I just got off a coaching call with one of my newest clients, and his name's Harold. And Harold has an interesting situation that he was a career change, and he hopped into the life insurance business. And so I just wanted to share with you some of the results that he's been able to get, but more importantly, his story, because he has gone through an interesting journey. And so I'll let Harold tell you about it. But I just wanted to make one disclaimer. For some reason, just like technology, some of the video was kind of broken, but we were able to capture Harold's testimonial so that you can see how he was able and to be on track as a newer agent to write 20K every single month, and how he got his first automated booked appointment and made his first sale. Let's check it out.
All righty, so today we have one of the newest members of the AJC family, and we have Harold on. So Harold, man, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about your business.
My name is Harold Fells, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I've been in the business for almost 2 years now. I've had a sales background, but the last job I actually had was working for a moving company. And, when people ask you to move, you know how tiring that is. And so I was doing that every day. And it just got to a point for me, it was like, it's time to make a change. So that's why I got into the insurance business.
Gotcha. And so what attracted you to the life insurance business in general?
The transparent, number one, the money is a chance to really provide for my family. Also, when you get in this and you see the impact of helping families, that just takes it to a whole nother level. People are really appreciative for what you do for them. That's something that's great.
Yeah, for sure. And so how has that impact that you've seen that you've been able to make on people affect you to want to get up and do your job even more, to just kind of go all in? Because I know in the beginning, you're like, I need to make some money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is a part of it. But when you start to make an impact, when you see how this affects people and you talk to people who have these conversations that you have with people, and the things that they're going through, how has this impacted, how you want to serve people even more?
I mean, it just changes the outlook on everything, because they're depending on you. And I think once you realize that they're depending on you to help them, because they filled out a form or they requested information, they're asking for help. And, like I said before, how thankful they are, and especially, when you have to put in a death claim for them. It's terrible that they lost somebody, but it's great that you were able to help them. So with the burden, they don't have to worry about, going asking for money. You were able to put them in a better situation to get their family taken care of.
Yeah. So have you had to do one of those?
I have.
Okay. What was that like?
It takes your breath away a little bit. It's just kind of like, especially because, if you do an in-home visit with them and you met with them and everything like that, and then like, dang, just 2 weeks ago, I was there. It was pretty quick. Actually, excuse me, 2 months ago, it was pretty quick. They called me up, told me what happened. I was like, no, I'm sorry, but we were able to get the money for them, get them taken care of. So it's a little rough, but like I said, you're able to help them.
Yeah. And the thing about that is with most agents, sometimes you get lost in the shuffle. Like, you need to make a sale, you need to hit these numbers, you need to hit these dials. But man, when you realize what kind of shape they would have been in, and there's one less thing that they have to grieve about and worry about. Because I've been in situations where we had to have a fish fryer. There was no GoFundMe back then, where, hate to say it, but some folks had to sit, for a little bit until we could get the money together, where they wouldn't drop them in the ground. And that's a position that you are keeping a lot of people out of. And that's a huge stress on the person, because there's always like one person in the family, right, that's having to take care of funeral arrangements, travel, finding family members a place to stay. That's a huge burden on them. And you're able to relieve some of those things, because sometimes, when you have situations like that where people don't have things in place, it can kind of break up families where family members don't talk for a long time. And you see it far too often. It comes down to money. And so, That's heavy, man, to have to deliver a claim where you're like, man, I was just here 2 months ago. And what happened if they wouldn't have taken action? What if, I didn't push for them to do it? What if I didn't knock on that door, right? Mm-hmm. So it makes it all worth it. Yeah, man. So, that's a huge responsibility,
For sure.
Mm-hmm. So, so what motivates you, man, to get up every single day? Why do you fight to see people every day? What's your personal motivation?
My family. It's as simple as that, my family. And think, from where I came from, working the moving job, I wasn't making any money. And it was rough. It was rough on the family. And now, I've been extremely blessed to be in this industry, that somebody took time to, reach out to me about it. And I've been extremely blessed to be able to do this, because I've really been able to help my family.
Mm-hmm. So what's that journey been like for you?
I mean, before this, like I said, I've just been in a lot of sales jobs and just jumping from job to job, and always thinking, there's a better way. There's a way out there. I just got to find it. And it's just been incredible. You have your ups and downs in this business, but it's a lot more ups, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, because the experience I had getting here just makes it that much easier for me to get up in the morning. Like, I know I've been at,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And so, how did you come across Arturo Johnson Consulting or myself? How did you even hear about me?
And you were just popping up everywhere. YouTube, Facebook. I was like, all right, man, like, what's going on? So I watched the video. I think it was Earl that was talking, and I booked a call, and I talked to Trevor a few times, and he's been great. He stayed on me, and it just was about paying that money up front. Like, man, that's okay. You know what? But I'm so happy I did it. Took the jump and did it.
Yeah, for sure. And so, because obviously, you can see the power of marketing, right? Because not only is it that everywhere you go and you see me, I know in the back of your mind as a business person, it's like, man, if he's doing this, I need to at least know what it is that he's doing, right? I know that came across your mind if you keep seeing me all the time. But specifically, what kind of challenges were you facing in your business that made you even want to look at something like this? What was kind of coming up for you?
I mean, for me, it's just having the proper lead flow with people. It's a little frustrating when you call people up and spend money on leads and they have no idea what you're talking about. And with your system, it's crazy, because even when I get a no, they still know what I'm talking about. They're like, oh no, I'm good. They know exactly what I'm talking about, and I can handle that no, because they know what I'm talking about, and we're good. So it's a lot mentally. It helps out a lot too. Yeah,
and I think a lot of times that's one thing. And this has been Mental Health Awareness Month this month. So just talking about the mental drain that it takes on you sometimes, where you're pouring cash in, so that mentally has you and emotionally, and then you're fighting to see people, but they don't want to talk to you. They don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah. Right. And they're getting the phone slammed and cussed out and all these things, and they don't want to talk to you. Nope. And so just in shifting that piece, right? Even the no's aren't going to go away. They're never going to go away. But just knowing that you're putting your effort into this direction of talking to the right people.
Yeah, for sure. So that's been tremendous. So.
Okay. And so how long have you been in our program, man?
This is second week.
Okay. Yeah. So just a short period of time. So yeah, I like to highlight our clients at multiple phases. So it's not just like one phase. And so I like this because there's multiple people coming through, and everybody's results are going to be different. So I guess what's been your impression of the program, and what's been your perception, and then what kind of results have you gotten so far?
I mean, I'm very happy to start off. I mean, people are booking on your calendar. My first appointment I had, I was running late, so I had to pull over in a car. he picked up, knew exactly what the appointment was for, wrote a policy in my car. I'm like, hold on. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm like, all right, we'll see. And then that first week, did about 5K. I'm like, okay, we got something here then. And this week, I'm about 3K, still 2 days left for the week. Still got appointments. And it's just like, my mind's just like spinning. I'm like, okay, I talked to some of my agents. I was like, hey, we got something here. And the thing that's scary about it is I'm only licensed in about 5 or 6 states. So I'm like, when I open up other states, that's going to change the whole game. Like, it's scary. It's a great system. I love it.
Yeah, and I want to kind of double back to a thing. So, got an appointment, we just set it up. You just got it set up, right? So you're not expecting something to come in that fast. So
yeah.
The onboarding call happened. So I'm assuming that was probably within 24, 48 hours. You get an appointment. You're driving your car, so you didn't, that appointment probably booked themselves, right? Because we're just getting things set up. Then you make a sale. Then you have some no's in there, but then you make some more sales, right? But you start to notice, like, wait a minute. These people know that I'm calling them about life insurance, and the ones that I do get to talk to, cool, get to make a sale. But the other people, just know not right now. But I got a bunch of people that actually were looking or requested information and insurance to follow up with. That it may not be, it's a no right now, but it just might be a not yet. And so that's a huge point that could kind of change your business, because now you're excited to pick up the phone, right? You're excited to go to work. So what's that been like for you?
I mean, it's just, like I said, it's been great. I mean, and then people are seeing my numbers changing already. They're like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, just doing some different stuff, And that's great to move up the leaderboard, and you're helping more people, and then you get to hear more stories and stuff like that. And like I said, mentally, it's just a whole different mindset now that, okay, I'm going to call somebody, and most likely I'm not going to get cussed out or hung up on.
Yeah. What's that do for your confidence, for people to start to take notice of you and to move up the leaderboards, where, some weeks when you first start, you're seeing people doing all these things, and you kind of got a little bit of envy and jealousy on a lower level, like, man, I want that to be me, right? So you're kind of fighting to do that. But what's that like when you start to turn into that person? What's that do for your confidence?
It's nice. It just it definitely helps me, my mindset, because to help build other agents up, okay, and give them a style to run with, so that's something that's been great.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm excited just to keep going.
Yeah, because it's 2 weeks, you got AK on deck, and I'm sure you had a goal to just like break even or make your money back. But now you're like, well, hold on, I can almost like 4x, 5x my money. Like, you on track if you keep it up, right, to make 20K this month, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that feels good, doesn't it? Yeah,
and it's just and another thing, I've used other programs before, but to have the support, Jack and I think Romel, have them in the background helping me, communicating with me, to actually, hey, there was an issue with one of the ads or something. He was on it, and boom, and that means a lot too, because you can sign up for different systems. The person that signed you up, you might not ever hear from them. And I've seen it. I've spent a lot of money on leads to find the right situation. And I can definitely say I am in the right situation right now. So
yeah, for sure. And so that kind of leads me to the close of this. So, you've seen these videos before, right? And so you have been the person watching one of these videos, right? And so there may be agents out there that are spinning their tires, spending their money on endless lead vendors and systems of people over promising and under delivering. And so now you're one of those people that are on one of the videos, right? Where some people may be watching this and saying it's too good to be true, or they're kind of on the fence with looking at, entertaining, booking a call or coming aboard for something like this. So what would you say to those people that are kind of skeptical?
I would say at the minimum, book a call. Just at the minimum, book a call. But if they can, if there's something that's in their finances, I think it's a no-brainer. And I'm excited for my team to come on board as well, and just really help take my business and help their business take another step.
For sure. Well, yeah, Harold, we don't take these conversations lightly, so definitely appreciate you, and we'll be rooting for you to have success, to hitting that 20, 30, 50K per month, to be atop that leaderboard, so we can show up when they handing you your red jacket, man. And we look forward to that next event that we're doing, that you be there. So thanks for hopping on and just spending a few minutes with us, and we'll see you soon. All right.
All right, AJ, I appreciate it.
No problem. Take care.